peut pas. On peut pas les vérifier apparemment. Portrait de Lord Craven. Ok, bon, bah, on peut pas, donc on peut direct faire des preuves. Ah, j'ai dit pas les mentales. Le voleur a incriminé les domestiques. Ok. Et ça paraît bien ça.
Do you realize just... I beg your pardon? I'll bet it makes your rubber balloons glow impressively in the dark, but...
You mock my talents, sir. You shouldn't be so flippant about things beyond your... How ignorant one must be to compare a spirit's ectoplasm.
It was merely a word of caution. We both know how match factory workers look after several years on the...
Ok.
That's
La
a
bague.
remarkable pin of your...
The butterfly? It's a...
What a coincidence. Lady Craven...
A coincidence indeed. I suspect it is a com...
Ok. Je pense que c'est lui. Ça débloque rien du tout. Ouais, ça débloque tout. En fait, on peut faire que... Ah. On a déjà voulu lui parler de ses... Ah non, Griff, on l'a déjà parlé au final. Ok, donc je pense que c'est lui. Donc on y va. Hop. Alors, Emma... Vu qu'à Galicia est un meurtrier, il n'a pas pu s'empêcher de tuer Emma alors qu'il lui suffisait de tout raconter à la police. Ouais, il a tué quelqu'un donc... Meurtrier, hein. Il a merdé, il a merdé.
Luca
T'accuse.
Gallucci, I know you murdered Lady Craven.
That would be a grand story for the newspapers. But where's your proof?
Le verrou, oui.
Yes, the locked room. Good of you to mention. I inspected the door between the rooms, and the lock on it is piteous. You could open it with a penknife.
So I am now a burglar, as well as a thief and a murderer?
As for the motive, it's obvious that you deduced that Lady Craven was the real thief. Of course, it helps that this was not your first encounter with Miss Emma.
I am...
Il réagit.
I don't know what you're talking about. How on earth can you believe this?
I think the police will easily find the proof when they browse their archives.
Et vos
Your wrists
éraflures.
are bloodied, and there's no way a servant's manhandling could cause such an injury. It was Lady Craven as you strangled her.
You are fantasizing, Mr. Holmes.
It is done,
Je pense pas, non.
Luca. You will be arrested. Your best strategy now...
I don't know how
Voilà,
you
je l'ai tué, il le fallait.
But yes, I killed her. I had to. This woman could not get
Me
away with
ruiner à
ruining my
nouveau.
life twice.
Donc il la connaissait bien.
I knew Emma
Nouveau.
before she was a lady. I mean, she pretended to be noble back then too, but only so our gang, the Moths, could steal from those snobs. She betrayed us, stole all our money and disappeared, leaving us to rot in jail. I was young. I spent 3 years in that hell.
And tonight, she tried to set you up again. Did she recognize you?
She didn't. I came to her afterwards, pleading that she drop this farce, but she laughed in my face.
La Caronne.
Remembered my time in the clink, all I suffered while she indulged. And I grabbed her throat.
Une passionnelle du coup. Donc soit on l'aide à s'enfuir, soit on lui dit tu vas être puni quand même. Non. On va pas lui laisser de seconde chance. Il a eu une seconde chance et il a merdé de nouveau. Il était voleur, il a une deuxième chance et il se reconvertit et face au problème, bim, il a tué quelqu'un. Donc non, il mérite de l'emprisonner.
Murder is murder, Luca.
Hein?
You could have told Lord Craven the truth and seen Miss Emma's downfall, but you could not restrain yourself.
He would never believe me.
We will never know. Still, perhaps a jury will be more easily swayed. If not, you'll get to see your friends in jail again soon.
We'll meet again, Holmes. I will get you, in this life or the next. Get your hands off me.
Mange-toi.
He murdered the woman who put him in jail. Should we be worried?
Fear not, John. Unlike Miss Emma, I will see him coming.
That was too much fun, Sherry. I'm buzzing. Buzzing. Wasn't it fun?
A woman died, John. I was too slow to the truth, too hesitant to intervene. How can you...
Oh, lighten up. Those people made their choices. If you swan about with a diamond in your pocket, that's what happens. Wealth is a weakness.
So we must blame those who covet it.
With enough money on the line, Sherlock, a man will do just about anything. Even murder. And then we get to solve it.
I suspect you perhaps cannot grasp the true horrors of mortality, John.
Oi, I am aware of my perilous existence, thank you very much.
I must admit, even if the outcome of the adventure was imperfect, there was some pleasure to be had in the puzzle.
Well, Cordona seems more depraved and decadent than we thought. I bet you'll get another chance.
A bet, you say?
Ah, figure of speech. Just a figure of speech.
Ah, damn. Well, take one last look at the view, then we must be off. It's time to do what we came here for.
La tombe de notre mamoun. Ok. Bon, lui, c'est un fantôme, je pense, c'est sûr. L'amour d'une mère. Alors, rendez-vous avec le médium. On l'a fait. Ouais, on s'en fout. Paris de John. On n'est pas dans l'amour funeste, là. Ah bon. Tatata, tatata. Ok. Ah, on peut pas faire. Ouais. Et ça, c'est toutes les preuves. Ok, on peut les revoir. Dans l'amour du maire, John, mon ami imaginaire. Ah bah voilà. C'est un ami imaginaire. John est mon ami depuis l'enfant. J'ai l'impression de l'avoir toujours connu. Il n'accepte pas sa nature imaginaire. Ah, il y a des trucs avant. Un journal intime. Cher. S'appuie-t-il sur les indices pour savoir qui peut répondre à sa question ou sur la chance? Dans tous les cas, quelle réussite. Comment Cher s'est-il toujours manœuvré avec exactitude pour obtenir la réponse? Il y a tant de facteurs, c'est incroyable. Il a réussi. J'aurais dû lui lancer un défi difficile en lui demandant de trouver les hommes les yeux fermés, par exemple. Parfois, je suis convaincu que Cher est incapable de se tromper. Je suis si fier d'être à ses côtés. Ok, c'est le journal intime de John, du coup. Oh, bah, je suis bête, c'est marqué en haut. Quand il s'agit d'extirper la vérité, Cher est un expert, même avec les plus revêches. Mieux qu'un ninja, bien qu'il en jette moins. Une question, une réponse, bravo Cher. Ah, donc c'est son ami imaginaire. Enfin, son ami imaginaire, mais on dirait plutôt que c'est carrément une deuxième personnalité, quoi. Oh, c'est la carte. Entrer sur Cher. Marquer avec une boussole. Placer un marqueur. Oh, non, c'est pas ça. Raccourci. Hein? Mystère. Trésor. Je dois demander le numéro de ma chambre à la réception. Merde. Pourquoi j'ai ça comme icône? Ok. Ah. Ah, on peut changer l'apparence de John aussi. C'est cool, cool, cool. La carte. Palazzo machin. Galerie marchande du Grand Sarré. Pont de Grèce. Cimetière. Pont. Unique, marché. Poste de police. Hôtel de ville. Pont Victoria. On peut pas Ah si. Pont de la vieille ville. Marché. Pont, 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 pont. Marché. Bon. Ok. Donc, il est temps de me rendre au cimetière.
A free ride for every...
Bon, on va au cimetière apparemment.
Is everything all right? If you don't feel up to it, I won't tell anyone.
It's just a goodbye, John. It won't be difficult. I've already come to terms with my mother's passing.
So you really don't remember?
To what do you refer?
The funeral. Sherlock, you were distraught. At first, I thought this visit would dredge up those feelings, but you've been remarkably level.
John, I think I was too young to understand. Couldn't fathom why she would leave me.
Perhaps that pain is best left forgotten.
On the contrary, it's why I'm visiting her grave. To remember her.
Un Sherlock jeune, hein, quand même. C'est assez rigolo, ça change. Ok, essayer de se remémorer les... Concentre-toi. Ok, t'es là. Nous avions dû partir.
He never told me why, but I saw how unsettled he was by the long requiem.
Directement après, on est reparti de Londres. Ok. Ensuite. Il n'y avait pas beaucoup de gens.
Sparsely attended. Though my parents were buried separately, the pastor said they're united in heaven. I didn't believe him even then.
Il m'étonne. Peu de personnes avaient fait le déplacement pour enterrement. Et toutes gardèrent le silence.
I wanted to see her one last time before the coffin was interred and say how I loved her. The chance never came. I feel rather faint.
You're fine, you're fine. It's over now. You remembered everything. It will get easier soon.
Mycroft me prit dans ses bras jusqu'à ce que je me calme. Ça va, elle est pas du tout là. Okay. Oh, il y a des fleurs. Quelqu'un est passé. Peut-être Mycroft. On va dire c'est un ami imaginaire. Une montre.
It seems familiar, John. Why is it here?
Violette. Ah voilà, c'est comme ça qu'elle s'appelait.
Rest in peace, Violet Holmes.
Ici, Violette Holmes, repose en paix, maman. Pas vieux. Deuxième truc jaune.
This watch was a gift. My mother's initials are engraved on it. The piece is in good condition. It must have been placed here only recently.
Et cierge.
A candle in a small puddle of wax. It cannot have been lit for more than half an hour.
Is this really how you want to spend this time?
This is my mother's pocket watch, John. Who put it here and why? Are you not in the slightest bit interested?
Ok.
This is excessive, Sherlock. Can you not let the mystery be?
Quelqu'un semble nous attirer. Chaussures. Ok.
A man in fashionable shoes stood near the tomb. The size of the prints suggest he is approximately 5.5 feet tall.
You were about to tell me the make and model of tire, but let me assure you, I do not care.
Ah oui, c'était des vélos comme ça, trop rigolo.
Come on then, the trail continues ahead.
Alors, la piste continue là-bas. Ah, le vélo il est là.
He mustn't be far away to leave it unattended.
Ok.
The hospitaller crypts. If memory serves, they're located at the far end of the cemetery around an old tree.
Il y a un texte derrière.
I hope that inspiration strikes.
J'espère que l'inspiration divine vous effleurera en visitant ces sublimes statues. Je suis persuadé qu'à tout le mois vous appréhendez Mercurio. Il s'agit du monde dans la mer, nanana. Vu des empreintes laissées par ses chaussures, le visiteur est ressemblant à un homme. Sa taille est d'environ 1m65. Ah, c'est vrai que les hommes ils étaient plus petits à l'époque. Ah, là. Ah, là, là.
It's stained with oil paint.
Donc, certainement peintre. Espace allongé.
A portable easel was kept there.
An artist working in a cemetery. Do you think he'd paint my portrait?
Yep. C'était un peintre. Peinture à l'huile, c'est pour ça que j'ai pensé au peintre. Il y a un mec, il parlait d'un mec qui apprécierait là.
Be nice, Sherry.
Je vais dire, c'est le mec qu'on a vu ça.
Mr. Holmes, did you come for another portrait? No, I jest. You gave quite the performance last night. The hotel was abuzz with your name. I must say I was rather absorbed in it all. The fallibility of men. Such scandal.
It was a welcome distraction.
Oh, my manners. I am Werner Vogel, art enthusiast and gallery proprietor.
Mr. Vogel, I was perhaps too curt when last we spoke.
Speak no more of it. Travel takes it out of any man, never mind when this is your destination. Once I learned who you were, the pieces fell into place. Your mother was well liked on Cardona in her time here. I was sorry to hear of her passing.
Does your gallery feature more than just portraits?
Oh, of course. We display landscapes, sculpture, modern pieces too.
Only music moves me, I'm afraid. How did you come to possess my mother's pocket watch?
Oh my! It is quite something to witness those powers of deduction firsthand. After her death, there was an estate sale. All of Cordona's elite picking of her remains. I couldn't let such a lovely thing go to those vultures. When I learned your name, I could no longer keep the watch in good conscience. It is yours by right, and I knew you'd find it here.
Thank you. I'd forgotten all about it, but the moment I saw it, I knew it was hers. Amazing what the young mind forgets and the older can recall. Rather odd, loitering in a cemetery.
I suspect you'll win, but I'm here for my art. There's beauty everywhere if you look, even in decay. A little darkness brings out the light. Now, a diligent observer might note that you too are loitering in a cemetery. What brings you here? Closure answers penance?
Closure, I suppose.
And what is closure? Mere proximity?
Understanding. Acceptance.
You didn't understand from afar. You had to come here to accept the truth of her death?
Of course I understand. She died of consumption, drowning in her own blood.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother.
I must have been misinformed. I'd heard otherwise.
Otherwise than consumption?
No, you'd know better than I. I'd heard talk of a police investigation, but Cardona is a notorious gossip. And what does it matter? She's passed on either way.
She has.
Well, I shall intrude no longer. I'll leave you to your closure. Do stop by the gallery if your travels permit. Farewell.
Ok.
Are you all right, Sherry?
Il a l'air de savoir des trucs, lui.
Take as long as you need.
Whatever I need, it isn't here. We should explore Cardona. Perhaps there are archives that may shed further light.
Les archives de police de ville, du poste de police et de la chronique sont sur des informations sur vos affaires. Lorsque vous enquêtez sur une preuve, pensez aux archives qui pourraient s'avérer les plus utiles. Il a l'air de savoir des trucs, c'est bizarre. Salut mon ami imaginaire. Et voilà, on va se laisser là pour le premier épisode. J'espère que ça vous a plu. On a fait une petite enquête tranquillou. Oui, et là, on doit continuer sur le meurtre de notre mère. Donc, on se dit à très vite pour une prochaine vidéo. A plus, ciao, ciao!